put my own music here, 'cause I don't wanna get copyrighted. Alright, so I know that nobody expected me, well, the people who were watching this probably didn't expect to have this pop up on their homepage or on my channel or in their search, wherever they may have found it. And I am doing a sideways face camera with it tilted way up because my room, again, is still messy. And I don't want to bother my animator a second time. So I recently reached out to xalicubed, which is essentially somebody who talks a lot about the internet privacy, how Google has been making horrible mistakes to their operating system and their devices. The most recent video talks about school Chromebooks, which is where I went and commented on. That is the comments that you saw in the beginning of this video. And you can see where I commented 3 times. Where it should say 3 replies in the YouTube comment section, it only says 2 replies. And that is because my initial explanation got flagged by YouTube's system as a spam message and the second one did not. So obviously I'm going to do what I said I would do in the comments. I'm going to make my own long form video about it, and I'm going to try to get Zally in a Discord call. If that does happen, you will see a video on it soon. But basically, to summarize, well, I don't want to say summarize in detail, not even to summarize, just Google is doing something pretty stupid right now. Essentially what Google is doing is they are pushing ads on mobile games to have an ad-free experience. I forgot what the screenshots say. Those will be edited to the video later. But basically, Google has teamed up with some sort of thing and has started advertising for mobile app, like on mobile app games. You know, you're just scrolling through your app store looking for something to entertain yourself, and you see, oh look, here's a mobile game, I'll download this. This is going to be chock full of ads. It's probably going to be more ads than game, but anything to pass the time, right? So you download, and the first advertisement you see immediately as you open the app, at least for iOS, is an advertisement for Google and whatever partner they teamed up with. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't want to get my entire phone tracked by Google, so I didn't go as far as to actually see what the full thing is. But basically, they're trying to get you to install the Chrome browser and set it as your default browser so that they can track your information. You can actually see, if you go on the App Store and you scroll down on Google Chrome's actual app page on the App Store, you'll see where it says data used to track you, and there is a lot to cover in that. If I could see it, obviously, no, I'd be talking about it, but I can't because I'm recording the video on my phone. But basically, to summarize, from what I remember, it can track anywhere from your browsing history to with browsing history. That's understandable, you know. If you want to get demographics on your stuff, if on your users, if you want to you know, be able to see the search history yourself as the user, then Google's going to need to be able to track that. But I don't think it needs to be able to track my personal data, as in the data actually on my phone, and cellular usage. I forgot what else there is, but it's a lot of stuff. And if you really don't know as far as it goes, like if you look at the thing there, a lot of the things that seem like really simple things outside of the browser history, a lot of the things like the cellular data, the personal usage data, the actual location data, Google has constant access to that as soon as you download the app and set it as the default browser. as soon as you set Chrome as a default browser. So it's really just not a good idea. And the reason that they're doing this, Google telling you that they're going to give you an ad-free experience is already pretty much as much of a scam, as much as an obvious scam as it can get, because Google is the world's largest advertising company. If they're telling you they're going to get rid of the ads for you, something is definitely up. And the reason for that is Google sells your information to these data brokers, these third-party advertisers, so that they can give you targeted ads. But they also have advertisers pay Google to give you ads. So even if you're not going to see ads in your apps, you can bet that there's still going to be your data sold, and you're still going to see ads just about everywhere else. Maybe even worse, targeted ads in some cases, because Google has access to your location at all times. Google has access to your personal data at all times. So everything on your phone can be used to give you targeted ads. For example, if you were in California, right, you might get advertisements for things in California. Me here in Texas, I get advertisements for the North Star Mall. If you were to live somewhere like New York, you might get advertisements for something in New York. It follows you where you go. It always follows you where you go the instant that you go there, at all times. And what's crazy enough is that Google has the settings to turn this off. Like, you can turn off targeted ads, you can turn off their access to your location and your personal data, but they bury it so deep in the settings that people don't know where to look, and they have these things off by default. So even if you wanted to, you would have a very, very hard time figuring it out. And even after you figured it all out, anytime that you create a new account, or anytime that you're using a friend's account, anytime that you or anytime that Google Chrome's system has an update, the settings are going to get reverted, and you're going to have to turn them back on again, which is really the craziest part about it, is that they don't help you stay incognito on the internet. Like, even if you turn incognito mode on, you're still being tracked, which is really, really crazy. That is why people aren't using Google, in case you're wondering. You're seeing all this stuff about people who are using alternative browsers than Google, and this is why. It's because Google is literally trying to milk every cent out of everybody that is still on their platform, because the backlash is hitting them so hard that they are unable to accommodate for it. Like, running servers, especially as many servers as Google has, and running those data centers and those large language models, those machines, they require a lot of maintenance, a lot of constant change, growth, and a lot of constant everything. So it's very expensive, and right now they're trying to be able to pay for that and pay for everything else that Google owns. So in case you're wondering, that's what's going on with Google right now. If I do get xalicubed in a Discord call, hopefully we will be able to talk, and he'll upload a video and then I'll upload a video. Could be two completely different things. It could be sort of the same thing, but in case you're wondering, I am going to try to do that. You've seen my content for the past 2 years that my YouTube channel has been on the platform. I've been really mostly inactive, and a lot of the videos that I do upload are YouTube shorts that are just for comedy or for a quick laugh. It's more of a hobby, but now seeing this, I'm like, I want to do something on here. I want to tell people, to look out for this thing or the other. So really what I'm trying to do, on top of trying to grow, is I want to help people. So please do be aware that Google is trying to push whatever these advertisements are for giving you ad-free everything all across your mobile devices. Just stay away from it. It's really not, watching 30 seconds of an ad or like 5 seconds of an ad, I would much rather do that than have all of my personal data tracked. So if you like staying, you know, if you like actually having privacy, then I really recommend against, you know, going with these YouTube ads. And also, if you hear the constant clicking in the background, that's me messing with this. I fidget whenever I talk. It helps me focus, even though I stutter a lot. So anyways, just stay away from Google at the moment. They let them take whatever time to fix whatever they have going on, where they went wrong. And I don't know much about this whole internet thing, but whenever it calms down, I will be the first one on it to tell you guys that it is absolutely fine to do whatever you want with Google. But right now, just really try to stay away from Google. I think that's going to be all for this video, and I hope to see you guys hopefully in the future. See ya.